Hey dude, I'm back again. This time I have to charge my phone because, I'm stupid and I was out with friends today. Hey, so I didn't charge. Or whatever. And I forgot to when I came back. So, basically, I have a friend and that has some health issues, and I wanted to cook with her today, but she wasn't really comfortable with that, so I was like, okay, cool, let's get to know each other better first, and then we can do it later. So, but then I figured, I have a YouTube channel. Why don't I just do some cooking videos on there, since I already said I would anyways. So that's what we're doing today. And on my third attempt recording this, because I didn't know that if you exit out of the app, it stops your video. So, and I'm using my phone camera because I don't have an actual designated camera. Because who the fuck has money for that? Besides, I have to put all my money towards the new guitar because Orochi fucking died. And you might be wondering, who the fuck is Orochi? That's the name of my guitar, of my one true love who is now dead. May her soul rest in peace. Or his soul. May his soul rest in peace. Yes, I'm bi. If you watch the intro video, you know this already. Anyways, none of that matters right now because we're making taco meat out of chicken. If you're wondering what we're doing, we're making veggie chicken quesadillas. I'm using taco seasoning, ground chicken, celery, Mexican blend cheese, butter, and I also chopped up some celery and red onion. Hit off camera. The measurements are about this much of a whole red onion, 2.5 stalks of celery. We also need some Worcestershire sauce and some soy sauce. Lesser sodium if you're on a diet. Trust me. You ever tried eating straight onions and straight celery before? The celery is fine, but onions is not. So I always caramelize mine. And that's what we're gonna do. So now we're gonna bring this down. Okay, so we're gonna first butter the pan. Always butter your pan. I would say use oil if I was a dirty mouse breather, which I only am in spring. So never use oil to make this kind of food. Use butter. If we had sour cream, I would be using it, but we don't, so I can't. But the main thing is, you're gonna put some ground chicken in. I'm not using this entire pound of ground chicken. And I would say you only need about a third of it. You only need about a third of a pound of ground chicken-ish. Or heck, not even that. If you're on a diet, you probably need even less. I just use a third of a pound so I don't get hungry later. And it helps me reach my protein goals. But you're free to use how much or how little you want. Then, don't have to be rough with your chicken, just be nice and gentle while breaking it up. It's not like ground beef where you have to. Oh shit! Never mind. My pan's not on because I had to turn the heat off. One sec. I'm an idiot if that's not obvious. Anyways, say hi to my mom. And then we're just gonna gently break up the chicken. I'm using a wooden spoon, but you can use a spatula for this. But I'm only doing that because I'm caramelizing vegetables. Hold it, I'm gonna wash it off. Actually, you know what? I am going to switch to a spatula. This sucks. Speaking of which, for the heat for the pan, I have this on low-high, but if you're using a non-ceramic pan, I guess it would be closer to about medium, or medium-high. Actually, no, it would be about medium-low. Oh, either way. Because you don't want your pan getting too hot while you're doing this. Because otherwise you'll burn everything and it won't taste good. Now, alternatively, if you like red meat, you could also do beef or turkey or anything else in between. As long as it works with taco seasoning, you can use it. I wouldn't use like sausage or anything, but you can, I guess. I'm not stopping you. All that matters is that the end result is that you can season it with the taco seasoning. Let's see. Have any extra? We do not. Cannonball.
What's that?
Extra taco seasoning, but I don't think we have it. Oh, by the way, I went with that same friend to a mochi place earlier. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Not saying where, but if you live in Virginia Beach, you'll know where. Or it's like one of two places I think you'll have like a 50-50 shot. Anyways, just trying to whiten the meat. Nothing crazy. And then while it is cooking, every now and then you want to let it rest. Actually, now I've thrown out that taco seasoning container. There we go. I can't find where I threw the taco seasoning container, so lost forever. Okay. I guess we're measuring with our herb again. Some filtered water. Don't need anything crazy. But I do recommend cooking with like purified or filtered water. Definitely makes your food taste better, especially since it has extra minerals in it and all that. If you're wondering why I don't use an oven light, normally I would, but the oven light is broken, so I can't. They're actually pretty good, Kay. Evander or Ev went to like a candy shop hop, so that's what it is. That's what they're talking about. And he accidentally went to a candy shop that was all the way in the UK. That's where he ordered it from, so took a stupidly long time to arrive, so obviously he's very happy about that. Hey! Just almost done with the meat, just a little more. We're breaking up, hoping it should be done. Just what are you doing with it? Yeah, I'm asking what you're doing with your friends. Okay. Now you're gonna take some water. I'm using a little less because I have a little less taco seasoning. You're going to sprinkle the taco seasoning in. And since I'm running low, I'm going to use a little bit of extra chili powder. Again, measure with your heart. Doesn't have to be perfect. A tiny bit of slap your mama. Some Creole. Do we have cumin? I thought we had some cumin. I might be wrong. Yeah, we got some cumin. And some extra cumin. The cumin part is important if you don't have enough taco seasoning. So now you're gonna... Now keep in mind, if you're making your own taco seasoning, you have to use some flour. You need to add some flour to your seasoning. Cumin and flour are the two most important parts, otherwise it won't thicken. So be careful. Now, you're gonna let it simmer uncovered for a bit. And then after we're done with this, we're gonna saute the vegetables. We're using mostly the same process, but a tiny bit more patience. Also, make sure to clean off your spoon / spatula if you're using them. And we don't want anybody getting salmonella. Obviously, I washed my hands before we're starting this. Okay. Also, if y'all saw the one short on my channel, thank you. I was not expecting 1,000 views when I posted that, but just goes to show that people like my brother more than me for some reason. This insult shall not stand.
Oh, I'm gonna cut that onion.
I already cut it.
I'm gonna cut the rest of it. Y'all cry, watch.
Man, I already did the hard part. Of course you're not gonna cry.
So the gas is still gonna come out if you cut it.
Not after you initially cut it.
Was that a new onion?
Yes.
Why would you use a brand new onion?
Because there were no coexisting onions in the fridge.
Sure.
I'm cutting up a little more onion.
Fine, you know. Just wait till Saxon's next week. I'll put that new onion.
Oh, yes. Because apparently you think you can avoid crying like a little bitch.
Nah, bud. I was letting something fly because I was a baby.
Damn. You didn't have to say the quiet part out loud. He wears glasses, by the way. Just normally this would be the part where I add some sour cream. Just imagine I did. Again, measure with your heart. No exact measurements here. I just add enough sour cream to the point where it's nice and creamy. Let it soak in. Now, if you're feeling fancy like me, what you could do, balance it out a bit, take some of your Mexican blend, you don't need too much if you're doing this, but a little bit goes a long way. Like 2 small pinches of Mexican blend on top. Hop and mix that in. Now, something I didn't try yet is maybe adding some tzatziki here or some other form of dairy to it to have the same effect as sour cream, but I don't recommend it. And then taste test a bit. If it needs more time, let it keep cooking. If it doesn't, take it out. I didn't have enough of freaking taco seasoning, so it's not sickening up like it's supposed to, but I imagine it did. Just imagine it did. Also, for taco seasoning, 1/4 of a cup. Just follow what it says on the package, you'll be fine. That's the one thing on this recipe I'm going to tell you to follow the package on. Because any more or less and you fuck it up. I know I stepped out of frame for a second. I'm still here, I'm just draining the meat real quick. Okay, now, take your butter again. butter your pan again. I didn't bother cleaning it in between this time, but you can't. But you probably should. I just don't care. Just drain your meat. Don't need to add anything else to it. Just set it aside. Now you're gonna take your vegetables. Again, like 2 stalks and about, I would say, a few tablespoons of red onion, and that you just chopped. Just shovel it on in. Now, quickly, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna cut a tiny sliver more of butter. Not too much. You already used a lot greasing the pan, most likely. So you're just gonna have a tiny piece of butter. Just measure with your heart with some homemade Worcestershire sauce and some soy sauce. Don't need too much. Just a little drizzle. There you go. Don't need any more than that. And you don't need anything else than that if you want to keep it healthy. Now you're just going to grill it till the onions are golden brown. How the celery has like a little bit of a black outline. Ah! Ah! I got attacked again! Just breathe, relax, watch your vegetables. If you're curious what they look like, that's what the vegetables look like. That's what the taco chicken looks like. I don't know much about the nutrition facts for this recipe. Again, this is just something I came up with off the top of my head. But if any nutritionists in the comments actually know how to write a food label for this, by all means go ahead. And if you do, I'll make it a pinned comment, and so everyone can see. But I'm just cooking recipes just to cook them, you know? Again, less of sodium soy sauce goes a long way. At first, I didn't like this kind of soy sauce a lot, but that's when I realized, A, I wasn't balancing it out with anything, and B, I was using too much. Never use too much soy sauce. Just relax. Anyways, did you know that actually Sega's Edgy era had a fair share of games that were pretty good but never saw the light of day. I already talked to you about Shining Force Neo, but honestly, there are a lot of other games that I didn't mention that I have yet to play. Like, I need to go play Jet Set Radio and all that. But recently I've been playing Tales of Arise, and I freaking love it. It's not like an edgy era Sega game, but it's really fun. And it's a really good commentary on racism, too. It even got me thinking about how some things that I never really stopped to consider. So, it's definitely worth the play if you have the money for it. And this is not me condoning piracy, but if you can pirate it, still worth the play. But honestly, the rare occasion I will say support the AAA developer. We want more games like this. Honestly, I got it from my GameStop for like $10. Bucks and some change. Highly recommend. They had a sale going on for used games, for pre-owned games, where if you buy two, you get a third one free. The cheapest. Now keep in mind, they mean the cheapest one is free. You don't get to choose which one is free. Almost done. This is almost what you want your food to look like. Almost. And I lost my phone behind the oven. Huh. Take the drawer out. Uh-oh. I think it's stuck. Okay. This is fine. Hey guys, I dropped my phone behind the oven and I think it's stuck back there. Here, it didn't fall all the way out. Don't do what I do. In the back of it, right? Okay. I think I got it.